to move in as the USA province. Our delegates will reflect and vote on who will best serve the needs of our province as provincial councillors. We will also have a number of important voices joining us to move in as the USA province, including the voices of our lay Marists and Marist young adults. But before we begin the process of looking ahead, I believe tonight it is important for a few moments to spend a few minutes looking back with great gratitude for the loving leadership that Patrick has provided for each of us and for all so many in our Marist world and province. Patrick, many people and voices from around the province and from around our Marist world wanted to offer their sincere thanks to you for your dedicated witness of what it means to be a true servant leader. In a moment, we will share a small sample of those words of gratitude. Later tonight, we will also give you the full version of this video that includes all the messages. We hope you enjoy it.
My greetings from Rome to the province of United States, particularly to Brother Patrick McNamara. I met Patrick in 1995 when he welcomed me in Pelham to spend a few weeks to study English. I appreciate his spirit of joy and good humor, his spirit of service and generosity, of knowing how to live in the moment and to face situations in a fraternal way. In these years as provincial, I continue to admire these virtues in Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for your constant dedication to the brothers and lay people in your province, for your ability to be a team builder, for your heart without borders, with Arco Norte and with the whole Institute, and for your spirituality full of humanity. You help us to feel God close to us and friendly. Together with you, I thank all those who have worked with you in this service. Thank you to the Provincial Council and all the other teams. I place all of you, particularly you, Brother Patrick, in the hands of Mary, our good mother. Thank you very much.
Patrick McNamara, as we look back on 6 years of your leadership, what can we say? That you've challenged and inspired us, shared your hope and optimism with us, carried us through so many difficult moments, helped us to pray more deeply, and celebrate with more abandon. We all know that in a previous lifetime you took on the role of the Wizard of Oz, a performance that led to your nomination for the Nellie Galati Award. And perhaps it's a bit of the wizard in you that has helped the cowardly lions among us to believe that we too can be courageous, enabled the tin men in our midst to grow a heart, led the scarecrows found here and there to be gifted with insight. Like Marcelin, you have taught us to embrace the mystery of our brotherhood and to live a life of faith guided by the Master. And you have done so by example. We can point to so many moments, past and present, when you stepped out and stepped up because the need was clear and the call more than most could handle.
Marcelin was sensitive to the concerns and suffering of the young people of his day. His passion has so often moved your heart and mind to reach out to young people of our day. In 2014, you uprooted yourself from a familiar life in Chicago and headed to the United Nations in Geneva to promote and defend the rights of children and young people throughout the world. Just as you had settled in and looked ahead to the next 5 years, your brothers in the province upended your plans and called you home to serve as our provincial. Writing to us from Geneva, you called us to unity and challenged us to look to the future. Perhaps that is why the brothers, gathered in chapter that year, provided you with a council that, for the first time in memory, was elected on a single ballot. What an adventure unfolded. As we prepared for the 200th anniversary of our institute, you encouraged us to focus on places and events that told our Marist story. Fouvière, Lavala, the young Montagne boy. Let us plan activities, you said, that will bring these memories to life. Let us make a new beginning.
So many wonderful moments followed. An assembly with the Marist family, more than one pilgrimage to the Hermitage, a national day of service for Marist students, whose efforts raised 100,000 real dollars that were distributed to Marist missions throughout the world, including Lebanon, Syria, Guatemala, and Congo. But there was so much more. A January 2nd gathering at St. Patrick's Cathedral that resembled a 21st century Fouvière. And that moment when #MillionMarist connected 11 million people worldwide, and the many local anniversary celebrations in Marist schools and communities throughout the province. You also gifted us with your love of international travel, challenging us to think globally and to reach out to our brothers in the Arco Norte region and plan for a shared future. From the outset, you insisted on having council members willing to travel. Their journeys took them to Quito, Ecuador, and Long Branch, New Jersey, to gather with the provincial councils of our region, and to every part of our province to meet with our brothers, board members, and school administrators. You taught us how to celebrate, how to take a Sabbath day, how to pull out the stops when marking an event or thanking a person. And you did it all in the manner of Marcelin, who was so generous when choosing a jug for Brother Hippolyte.
Marcelin often said that our brother was a man for whom the world is not large enough. An apt description for you, our brother Patrick. Consider for a moment your work at the Conference of Major Superiors of Men, your efforts with the Bishops' Conference, and most especially your vision for the province and the region. In 2017, you focused our attention on the upcoming General Chapter and the calls of the Institute for a new Lavala. No surprise that delegates to the 22nd General Chapter did not gather in Rome that year. Instead, they came together in Rio Negro, Colombia, and encouraged us to jump into a third century of Marist life and mission, and to journey together with our brothers and sisters as members of a global family.
Patrick, your enthusiasm and hard work ensured that the calls that emerged from that gathering in Rio Negro captured the hearts and minds of those delegates who assembled in Wappinger Falls for the provincial chapter of 2018. First, they elected a council, and then turned attention to several key areas, including vocation promotion, the sustainability of our Marist mission, and the transforming and prophetic vision found in Marists of Champagne. To celebrate our 200th anniversary as an institute, they moved the province beyond the familiar in answering the call to work with refugees on the border in El Paso and establishing a community of brothers and young adults in Austin, Texas. 2020 will always be remembered as the year of COVID-19. Not since 1918, when Brother Heribert was provincial, has our world experienced a plague quite so devastating. Throughout it all, you visited those who were sick, made sure that protocols were being followed, and reached out continually to break our isolation. Your travels throughout the province to support and encourage all of us during this past year are so reminiscent of Marcelin and Stanislas's journey as they journeyed through the snow to visit Jean-Baptiste, who was ill.
Now, Patrick, we all know that in your heart of hearts, you are a true showman. Just look at your Facebook page. John the 23rd appears as your profile picture. But it's your ability to dream, your willingness to take risks, your conviction that the mission of Marcelin and his passion for evangelizing young people continues to make a difference in our world that gives us hope, has helped us to plan for the future, has convinced us that we need to be Mary in our world today. So what can we say as you bring 6 years of leadership to a conclusion? That you have modeled for us the joy of living the gospel, helped us to appreciate cultural diversity and the wide scope of a Marist world, challenge us to pour our lives out on behalf of poor young people. Most especially, we are grateful for your love for us, your joy de vivre, your example of what it means to be attentive to the action of God in our lives. You have helped change us, brought our province and each of us to a new day, helped us appreciate more fully the meaning of Dorothy's words in The Wizard of Oz. Well, Toto, I've got a feeling that we're not in Kansas anymore. And so, Patrick, may God grant you peace, a peace that is like a morning mist, bringing stillness to your life, and may your heart be consoled simply by being in God's presence. And may God grant you all those dreams that you hold deep in your heart. Together with Marcelin, we place you in the sacred hearts of Jesus and Mary, our good mother and sister in faith.
In addition to being the man behind the curtain, you are the friend everyone wants and the brother everyone should be. Cheers.
Patrick, there will be never enough adequate words. Gratitude of so many of us, all the sacrifices and incredible hard work you displayed these 6 years. We do, however, have a few symbolic gifts to share with you as you move into your well-earned sabbatical time, which we all hope you will very soon be able to begin to enjoy. So before we send you off to some deserved peace and quiet, we ask you to come forward for a few moments as we offer you these few simple gifts.
No pigs in the room, are there?
No pigs. At about 5, the chapter ends on Sunday. You've hired a very capable chauffeur and 2 bodyguards to immediately escort you down to a quiet beach in Florida. To assist you in this escape, we offer you first this small gift to help make your upcoming beach days comfortable and relaxing. Beach towel, beach chair,
Look at that. Nice.
sunscreen, Marist used glasses, always needed at the beach. We know that when you enjoy retreat time, you often like to read spiritual books. And so this second gift will hopefully allow you the ability to find a few literary works that will feed your soul over the coming months.
Oh, very nice from Barnes and Noble. Oh, pick your own. Thank you so much.
Last 6 years, Patrick led our community in Forest Hills in morning prayers. And on most days, he would choose appropriate songs to help us reflect on a certain reading or theme. Patrick, as you spend many days, hopefully in prayer during your upcoming sabbatical, we hope this next gift might allow you to continue to allow music to add to your prayer time. I wrapped it myself. Yeah. Anyone that has ever traveled in a car or plane with you, Patrick, knows that it usually takes you about 5 minutes until you enjoy your first of many naps of the trip. We hope this next little gift will allow you to take many well-deserved naps in the months ahead.
That's a sound machine, I'm sure. Well done, well done.
What is it?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, Kevin, you have to use this.
Over the past 6 years, there have been many good and pretty challenging days for you. Even in the midst of the busiest of periods, you always carved out some time to serve others in a way that was also life-giving for you. Sometimes it was to work with young people on a retreat or a Marist youth event. Sometimes it was to serve our country by working at our local voting polling station. And pretty frequently, it was to serve our homeless brothers and sisters and folks at St. Francis Xavier, at the men's shelter. This next gift from us, from your council, is not for you, but rather a donation in your name to that same center, that while you are on sabbatical, your friends and those folks continue to be served. And lastly, over the past 6 years, I had the amazing and great privilege to serve as your brother Uber driver for many a road trip. So during the next few months, I may be a little busy and I might not be able to perform these continued duties serving you as a driver. So I'm giving you this little gift just to make sure that you're never stuck for a ride.
No.
Without further ado, most important part of the upcoming evening is to continue to toast Patrick, maybe roast Patrick. We do not have any pigs. We will have, the bar will be open in a few minutes. I would ask you tonight, just out of consciousness of our environment, there are garbage cans. Anything that's a black plastic garbage can is for garbage. Anything that is a clear plastic bag, please put in the water bottles and other recyclables. Thank you and enjoy the night.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you very much. We're gonna need a bigger car. Put it back on the tag. Get a trailer. So they get back.
Oh, yeah.
He's driving down with us. Yeah, the old days, the Rich would go on, you wouldn't even know he was in. That's right. Come on. Who is the Rich?